The Grand Hunt had been a tradition for 3 millennia, celebrated across 7 star systems as the ultimate test of skill, cunning, and predatory excellence. The greatest hunters from dozens of species gathered on Kithra Prime, their bioluminescent trophy cases gleaming with the preserved remains of the galaxy's most dangerous prey. Zexthul, the reigning champion, stood 9 feet tall with obsidian carapace that had deflected plasma bolts from Terran dreadnoughts. His forearms gestured dramatically as he regaled the crowd with tales of his latest conquest, a void serpent from the Andromeda spiral, whose acidic blood could melt through starship hulls. 7 solar cycles it took, Zexthul clicked in his native tongue, the universal translator converting his triumphant hisses. 7 cycles to track the beast through the void storms of Sector Null. When I finally cornered it in the debris field of a dead star, it took 47 shots from my plasma lance to bring it down. The assembled hunters roared approval. Crystal, the insectoid champion from the hive worlds, clattered her mandibles in appreciation. Magnificent. Though my recent hunt on the crystal moons of Zirion proved equally challenging. The glass phantoms can phase through matter itself. Took me 3 weeks to develop a containment field that could hold one long enough for the killing blow. As the boasting continued, a small figure in the corner of the cantina nursed a simple drink. The human appeared unremarkable by galactic standards. Average height, no natural weapons, no protective carapace or enhanced musculature. Most hunters barely noticed Captain Elena Vasquez until Zexthul's keen predator eyes locked onto her. Zexthul's mandibles spread in what passed for a grin among his species. The famous human. I've heard tales of your kind's persistence. Tell me, Softskin, what grand prey have you claimed that could possibly compare to our achievements? Elena looked up from her drink, a slight smile playing across her lips. Oh, I wouldn't want to bore you with old stories. Indulge us, Crixtal chittered, sensing entertainment. What is the most dangerous creature a human has ever hunted? Elena's smile widened just a fraction. Well, if you insist. Though I should mention, we don't really hunt individual creatures anymore. We found something far more challenging. The cantina fell silent. Even the background hum of the space station seemed to quiet. You see, Elena continued, setting down her glass, about 200 years ago, we discovered that hunting single prey, no matter how dangerous, became routine. So we decided to hunt something that could adapt, learn, and fight back with intelligence. Zexthul's head tilted, confusion evident in his compound eyes. What prey possesses such capabilities? Entire civilizations. The temperature in the cantina seemed to drop several degrees. Elena's expression remained pleasantly conversational as she continued. Take the Korthak Empire, for instance. Lovely species, 12 feet tall, energy-based weaponry, shields that could deflect most known projectiles. They'd conquered 47 star systems and declared humans an inferior species fit only for slavery. She paused to take another sip of her drink. The hunt lasted 3 years. We started by studying their patrol patterns, learning their language, understanding their culture. Then we began the real hunting, not their bodies but their infrastructure. We hunted their supply lines, their communication networks, their command structure. We turned their own conquered species against them, exploited every cultural weakness, every technological blind spot. The assembled hunters shifted uncomfortably. This wasn't the kind of hunting they understood. The beautiful thing about hunting a civilization, Elena continued, is that they hunt you back. They adapt, they learn, they try new strategies. It becomes a genuine challenge. The Korthak developed new encryption methods, so we learned to hunt their quantum entanglement networks. They built hidden bases, so we hunted their resource extraction operations until we could map every secret facility. Zexthul's breathing had become rapid, shallow. What happened to them? Oh, they still exist. We're not monsters, but their empire doesn't. We dismantled it piece by piece, system by system, until they asked for terms. Now they're productive members of the Terran Federation. They actually make excellent engineers. Elena stood up, her movement causing several hunters to instinctively step back. The Vrolex hegemony was next. They had biological weapons that could adapt to any immunity. Fascinating challenge. Then the crystal hierarchies with their living ships. The machine collective was particularly entertaining. Artificial intelligence hunting artificial intelligence across quantum dimensions. She pulled out a small device, scrolling through what appeared to be an extensive list. In the past century alone, We've successfully hunted 43 hostile civilizations, 7 hive minds, 12 machine intelligences, and 1 particularly aggressive dimension of pure mathematics. Each hunt typically lasts between 6 months and a decade, depending on how quickly they adapt to our strategies. The cantina had emptied except for the core group of champion hunters, all of whom now stared at the human with a mixture of awe and terror. But here's the truly wonderful part, Elena said, her smile now radiant. Humans don't just hunt alone. We hunt in packs. While I was telling you this story, my species has been conducting 47 simultaneous civilization hunts across 3 galactic clusters. She finished her drink and placed the glass gently on the table. So when you ask what prey humans consider worthy of the hunt, the answer is simple. Anything intelligent enough to make the chase interesting. The more dangerous, the more adaptive, the more cunning, the better the hunt. Elena headed toward the exit, pausing at the doorway. Oh, and gentlemen, next time you're in Terran space, be sure to check out our museums. We have some lovely dioramas showing the hunting techniques we used on each species. Educational and inspiring. As her footsteps faded down the corridor, Zexthul looked at his plasma lance, designed to kill individual creatures, and suddenly felt very, very small. In the silence that followed, Krixtal's mandibles clicked nervously. Perhaps, she whispered, we should reconsider the definition of apex predator. The Grand Hunt's leaderboard would need to be completely restructured. After all, how do you score points for hunting entire civilizations? Elena's smile, they realized, hadn't been friendly at all. It had been the expression of a predator recognizing other predators and finding them adorably quaint.